Shalom, brothers and sisters. I wanted to show y'all the update on my water filtration system. Anyway, what I'm showing y'all right now is the guts. I was waiting for the other trash. I got two more trash cans coming, but they're being delayed. Uh, so I decided to shoot the video anyway off the one that I made. The other one that's coming is for the laundry purpose, but it's the same setup, it's the same format. So anyway, what I'm showing y'all right now is two separate buckets. This is a bucket at the bottom, and it's a 5-gallon bucket. Then at the top, it's a 5-gallon bucket sitting on top of that, which is supporting the lid. But the purpose of that's the guts that go on the inside that actually supports the trash can that sits on top of the lid. Because if not, from the weight of the trash can would bend that lid right in. So that's the center column that I created for that in food grade buckets. So, okay, now let me show y'all. I'm going to take y'all in the basement and show y'all the actual one that I made, but let me show y'all this. So, excuse me. You have the trash can. You got the 120-gallon trash can under here. So you got the second 20-gallon sitting on top, which it locks right into this. It locks into this. So I have a hole cut into this, and then of course the two holes for the filters. So, and this is sitting on top of the trash can, which is so this is the inside guts. This is the guts. It's a two-piece. As y'all can see, I got slits in it, so all the way around so the water could flow. And then I had to cut it on the inside because the cartridges wouldn't drop down all the way in there. I had to cut it to space it out so the cartridges could drop in. But then I made these. This is just plastic tubing, regular tubing of Home Depot. So I put that in there as clamps to hold the buckets together. Hold them in place. And then again, putting the lid back on it, right? So this is in the trash can. Then you put the lid back on it. And then when you put the trash can on it, that supports the weight on the inside so it don't bend in because, man, them joints is heavy. So anyway, then this lid is for the purpose of cutting it out and making a water spreader for it. So that's what that's for. Now let me take y'all in the bathroom. I just got 20 pounds more of activated carbon, but I have two more 20. I have 40 pounds more coming. And then I put everything together. So anyway, this is for to do the laundry. So as y'all can see, this is filled all the way up. I had to wash it. You got to wash this stuff to get the dust out of it. So it's washed now. It's wet still. I'm gonna let all of the water, little bit of water, drain down to the bottom. Then I'm gonna put everything back into its bag. You know what I mean? Put everything up like that. So now let me take y'all in the basement and let y'all see. All right, so this is the old filter system, right? This is the old one. The first one that I had showed y'all. I had took the carbon out because, I'm using that. So anyway, this is how it's made. So the cartridge is upside down. And because of that, it's the weight of the water. That's that activated charcoal. That's from when I was taking it back out of the, and it sits right in there. And then of course drains down into the bucket. So y'all see how it is, but let me take y'all down into the basement. Let me let y'all see. Of course I had to put it in its place where it's going to be permanent because it's heavy. I have 26 pounds of activated charcoal in it, and I have 50 pounds of gravel in it. The same gravel that I used to do my cement work. So this is a 50-pound bag of gravel. I didn't realize that I had used the whole 50 pounds. I had used like 75% of the bag. I didn't realize it, but then once I realized it, I was like, man, I might as well put the whole 50 pounds in there. But anyway, so this is it, brothers and sisters. This is it. And this is filled up with water. See what I'm saying? So Now, this is the thing. I showed y'all how I took the lid, and this locks locks into the lid, so the hole sits up high. It's not like a flat surface hole. It sits up high. But nevertheless, I'm gonna take a trash bag, cut it, and open it up and wrap it around here and tape it down to make a skirt for this, so no dust or anything get on this. Because now that it's together, we're not taking it apart again. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, now let me show y'all the inside. Now I had the towel there. I was going to put a lid on it. I have the lid piece on it because like I said, I cut it open and I used the lid as a brake. So this is 50 pounds of gravel. This is the last little bit of gravel. Every time the water hit it, it kind of spreads out. But when I put water in it, you can hear it running through the gravel, like pushing all of the air out. But once it hit the activated charcoal, it stops, and then the water starts building back up until, it drains through the activated charcoal. Now, this is the bottom. So from the bottom till about, till about right there, 26 pounds of charcoal is, what's in the bucket. And then you have about there's 50 pounds, but it's about 5-6 inches worth of gravel. And then, like I said, this is the last little bit of gravel. Once I had realized that this is a lot of gravel, it's just every time the water go in there, the water pushes it to the side. I could have put some heavier rocks in there, but I don't need heavier rocks. You know what I mean? That's why I had to break. So when it go in, it spreads out evenly and comes back up, so it goes through the whole filter system. But anyway, so this is, like I said, this is the lid, right? But the reason why I'm using a towel, just so no little dust go in there, but we started to put another lid on there, but another lid would hinder the opening and closing of it constantly, putting water in and putting water out. Now I'm going to let this run. Then we're going to take this, pour it in there. I'm going to do it twice. Pour it in there, let y'all see the buildup on it. But it's the weight. The way the whole thing works is the weight of the water. Now, when that water go in and hit the carbon, it's coming off of. Let me take that, push that back. So it's coming off of from the carbon up to about right here. I fill the water up. I think from the carbon to here, because you can hear it when it's going through the gravel. It's pushing all the air out. So it'd be like till all the air come out. And then once you hit that carbon, it stops, and then it builds up, and then slowly but surely, it's more than it actually fast because of the weight of the water. There's so much water in there, you know what I'm saying, that the water pushes it right through. And remember, the cartridges is hanging upside down, and then it's going through 26 pounds of carbon. And 50 pounds was not really the pounds with the gravel. That's like 5 inches, because gravel is just is everything has to be compact. This is the moral too. Everything has to be compact. As y'all can clearly see, the clarity of the water, because it's running through the filters as well as the carbon. As the gravel is not so much. The gravel, it just packs in the carbon, keeps the carbon tight, which is what's important. That's how you the cleanest, like brittle filters. Let me see. So this is a brittle filter. Listen to the brittle filter. It's loose. So the brittle filter is only going to grab by so much. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though the Berkey is tight, and that's why it filters better, because of the tightness of it, and the water running through makes it harder to go through, which grabs everything. All right, so now let me go ahead and dump this into the I just have this bucket under here just in case any not bucket, it's a pot. I had a pot under there just in case any water drip out or anything. It ain't gonna drip onto the floor. So that's all the pot for. But now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna sit my camera down, pour this in. I'm gonna do this, pour it in, let y'all see it, but I'm gonna do it twice so it can build up, and then y'all can see it like that. So I'm gonna sit the camera down for a second and pour this water in. So hold on. And y'all should still be able to hear the water going in. That's the water filtering through the gravel. All right, now you see it stop. It's stagnant. The water's still in. Then let me go ahead and put more water in and do it again. This time it's going to build up. But as y'all can see, there's water in here, right? So it's pushing out the air, but the brake keeps it from, that's a lot of gravel right there on the top of the brake. But every time the water hits the gravel, because gravel is lightweight, it just pushes it to the side and exposes that. But this is sitting on about 5 inches worth of gravel, and then get the gravel on top about 2 inches, maybe 3. All right, but let's open that up so y'all can see again. So we can see the water, keep the water exposed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this get some water and more water in here. Now this holds up to 20 gallons. You see what I'm saying? But the moral to this is I'm making another one exactly like it. But this time I'm gonna have more carbon and about at least 5 inches or better of sand, and then the gravel, the same 50 pounds of gravel, because see the gravel makes everything tight. And that's going to be for the purpose of right now. Let's say this is the laundry one right now. Right now, we fill this up halfway. Let me just cut it off right now. I'm making an example. So it's filled up halfway. Take that, get in the bathtub, do a bird bath with it. You know what I'm saying? Take a nice little bird bath. After your bird bath is done, take this. Now let me go ahead and let the water keep going in it. But we take that after the person get out. Take that, pour it right back in. Pour the dirty water, soapy water, and everything right back into this, and it's gonna come right back out, and we're gonna keep that water circulating just like that. For the laundry, to wash dishes, to wash up, to brush our teeth, to whatever we need, wash our hands. All of this water, we got 255-gallon drums of water in the bathroom, and that was for that purpose. But at first we would have had to, after using it, we was going to use it for to help flush the toilets with it. But now that I have this system, which I'm waiting for the other 2 trash cans to come. I'm not going to put it together though. Just clean everything up, prime everything, put it in the trash bag, and wrap it up. All right, so now let me show y'all this, which I didn't show y'all. See how I have it to a hook on the ceiling? That's to give it stability. Because when you're dealing with this kind of weight, it's 50 pounds for sure because of the gravel that I showed y'all. It's 50 pounds for sure. This can handle up to 100 pounds, but it's 50 pounds for sure because of the gravel. And then it's 26 pounds of the carbon, but the carbon ain't heavy like the gravel. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I have it strapped right there. So if you get the rocking or anything, you know what I mean? It's not going to tip over, but it's on a hook. So if we wanted to take it off, we could just lift it up. We had to lift it at least 12 inches because of the filters from the bottom, but lift it, unhook it from that so we could take it off, and then we still had to have something to sit it on. But why take it apart? You know what I'm saying? There's no need to take it apart. So let me go ahead and pour the water in. Matter of fact, let me see. All right, so still water in there. Got to go through. Let me pour this water in. All right, hold on. Hold on, y'all. And let me show it to y'all. You know that water? And that's going to push through with no problem, strictly because of the weight of it. So it was about 15 gallons in there maybe, because I was, running the joint a couple of times. I didn't prime it or nothing. I just put everything together. The carbon, I put everything together wet, everything but the filters. You know what I'm saying? So everything but the filters went in wet, so I could make everything tight. Once I did that, ran it through a couple of times, You know what I'm saying? But after this fill up real quick, I'm gonna pour it in, then I'm gonna let y'all hear how it's coming out of the bottle. Because it's coming out pretty fast because of the weight of the water. Strictly because of the weight of the water. It's gravity fed. Water is heavy. The water sits on, especially this amount of water. The more water, the more weight, the faster it's gonna push through. You know what I'm saying? So this is for our drinking water, which is all of this. The water in our hot water tank, the water underneath the bottom, anything to do with drinking water, that's what this is for. And all of our drinking water is water out of, this is all tap water. So we ain't filtering nothing hardcore. But with the laundry water, we're gonna be dealing with soap and a little bit of everything. But you know, soap, especially soap float at the top and get that little filmy soap, dirty soap thing going on. But with this, we'll be able, like I said, I'm gonna put about at least 5 inches of sand, and then still going back with a 50-pound bag of gravel on top of everything. After I put about 30 pounds of activated charcoal, then I'm gonna put about a 5-gallon bucket, because I got a 5-gallon bucket of sand I cleaned out already, and I still got more sand left, but I'm not going to use the rest of the sand. It was a 50-pound bag, so I don't want to use that much sand. I just need about that much sand to filter the dirt and everything, the soap and everything out. And then once the soap get out, we filter the water through the activated carbon. So anyway, and that's going to be hanging in the bathroom. So the moral to the story is, this is the format. This is what I'm doing. All right, now let me cut this off. And after I pour this water in, brothers and sisters, I'm going to let y'all hear it. All right, now listen to the sound. Yeah, you could barely hear it. You could probably barely hear it because of the dropping. So remember, I got the that column in the middle. So the filters is in between that column. You can't, you know what I mean? You got the column, you got the trash can, you got the column in the middle, and then the filters is in the middle of the column. So that's probably why y'all can't hear it that clear over this. But see how all that water? See, the water's filled up to this line right here, which is this line right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you got from this line till about right here worth of water. You know what I'm saying? And it's moving fast because of the fact that it's heavy. This water is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I was going to make it so we could take the lid off, put the lid on, this is the lid, right? So take the lid off, put the lid on, take the lid off. But that was too much, so I decided, let me take a towel. But I'm probably going to get a nice heavy piece of gauge of plastic and put it over and make a weight to weight it down right here so we can open and close it, because you don't want to make it hard. You want to keep it as convenient as possible. But all of that water right there, it take about an hour to go down. So, but this will hold 20 gallons. It'll hold all the way up to the very top. But who wants to fill it up to there? Most I try to get it up to is about right here. But again, with the water constantly being used, you know what I'm saying? What you're going to do. But so this is it. This is our water system. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the skirt, wrap it up so no dust get down in here. And because now it's not coming apart. It's done. It's a wrap. Shalom.